Hey guys, it's Dr. Jason LeBoff, Dr. J here with Fiona, and I'm here to talk to you about 10 books that I would recommend anybody start off their library. This was not that easy because I had to pick 10 books, and I've got hundreds and I have thousands of books in my library now. And I wanted to pick 10 books that I feel just getting the audiobook does not do it justice. You should have it like an encyclopedia to be able to reference. And I picked something from each topic that I think has contributed not only to my success, but to my mentors' successes. And some of them helped you change the way that maybe you've always thought into thinking a new way that helps you be successful. Others are really tactical step-by-steps towards measuring success. You'll see with the Anthony Robbins book that I picked. So there's a reason. Now, if you've got any of these books, message me and I'll recommend an alternate, because these 10 I feel like is really a foundation that everybody should have. But there's a lot that I didn't include here that easily could have been in these top 10, okay? So I just had to cut it off somewhere. In the link in the comments below, I've got an Amazon link to each one of these that you can then purchase the Audible book, the hardcover, softcover, whatever. Feel free to message me with any questions, either below or at jasonleboff@gmail.com. The first book I picked, and I'm going to go really quickly at what topic that they, I'm not going to go into too much depth, but I'm going to go into what topic I think that they hit on. The first is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Because most people watching this, or me included, when I wanted to change my behavior, I wanted that behavior to change overnight. The compound effect teaches you, or it opens your mind up to realizing that any real long-lasting change doesn't happen overnight, but it happens from not doing these huge steps, but from making small, seemingly inconsequential steps taken over time will lead to dramatic change and to true lifelong habits of change. And it's that in our mind, we don't realize it. He uses an example of a penny. And he said, if I gave you a penny and I doubled it every day, at the end of the 30 days, would you rather have that amount, whatever it comes up to, or $1 million cash? And it's amazing how many people pick $1 million because you don't realize that a penny doubled every day is actually, I think, just over $3 million at the end of a month. It's amazing when you just do small things every day, show up every day towards your goals and your dreams and have proven steps. That's a way to success. Compound effect, number one. Number two is the book by Anthony Robbins, Money Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. This is awesome, came out a couple years ago. And what I like about it is that it really gives you actionable steps for how you may want to diversify your investments. He interviews the most successful financial people in the world and how they invest and what they recommend. And it's really a must read. For anybody that has, even if you have a low financial IQ, this book is really going to do you some good. But message me, I've got some other recommendations for people that are absolute beginners. The second one would be the second kind of, not really financial, but really understanding how to really accumulate wealth. And I don't mean as in wealth, power, money's bad. I mean it in terms of the fact of not having the stress of living paycheck to paycheck, of being able to do the things that you want in life, whether it's philanthropy, supporting your kids, etc. The third is a mindset book, but it's a classic, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and Middle Class do not, by Robert Kyosaki. It's an easy read, but it is really fundamental, and a lot of it is based on the principle that you will never get rich from trading time for money or wealthy. And it really comes from leveraging your ability and using the income that you earned to earn more income, not to spend it. So you want to be a producer and not a consumer. But instinctively, we, like right now I'm at my in-laws, and it's amazing how many people that they have absolutely nothing in their savings account, yet they spend more at Target and Walmart for Christmas and everything like that and get into more debt than I've ever seen. And then they wonder why they never have any money. So it's a mindset shift. So that's an amazing book. That's number 3. Number 4, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is a classic I think that came out in just past in the early 1900s. And it's really about human behavior. and some basics of communication and how we're motivated to do things and think. It's a very good read that I had to read twice, actually, to really fully understand it. So that is the next one. Next one is The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. And this is actually a little bit of spirituality, of mythology, tactics as well. It's not being a salesman like you would think. It's about how do you really inspire change in other people, and how do you get people to do the things that you want them to do for good. And it's really about it's through the way of helping other people, of being a trustworthy person, and of really having a deep sense of worth that's in and of itself how you end up providing more value for people, and you become more trustworthy, and they trust you, and therefore that's really the key to really providing an impact on other people's lives. So that is a phenomenal book. The next is The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. John Maxwell has 1 million books. The reason why I like this is that it's got each law is something that you can really put into action with where you are now and where you want to be. Okay, so that's a very good book. So the next one is not traditional what you'd think I would have in the first 10 books, but in 20 years ago I probably wouldn't have included this, maybe even 10 years ago. But it's Sugar Nation: The Hidden Truth Behind America's Deadliest Habit and The Simple Way to Beat It by Jeff O'Connell. Being a pediatric dentist and dealing with the families, and not just the oral health, but also in their overall health and wellness, I've seen in my 14 years of practicing that obesity has gone through the roof. The IQ of families. It's not that parents don't want to have their kids eat healthier or be healthier. It's that we're so overwhelmed and confused with advertising and such of what to do and how to eat better. And people think that it's that even just to diet is this big complicated thing, and it doesn't have to be. It really all starts with understanding processed foods and sugars and how to look for it, how to remove added sugar from your diet. Just the worst things, even small changes can make can end up giving you some really dramatic positive results. And so that is a great book that I believe that everybody should read. The next is The Go-Giver by Bob Burg. And that really, along the lines of The Greatest Salesman in the World, is a phenomenal book. It's a wonderful book. I've probably bought 10 copies and given it to people. And really, it's on the premise of, in order to achieve really true success in your life and true fulfillment, it's through giving. In order to get, you must give. But it's done through a wonderful story. So very quick read. I did it in one day, and it's an awesome, awesome book. The next is, I picked this book because what I found is one of the things that holds people back from really having success in life is not knowing that a lot of times they know the steps. For some people, they feel like their obstacles are too great, or that they are in a situation of just helplessness, that it's just not fair. They don't really understand what happiness is. They understand that people say you got to enjoy the process, but that's being told by people on an ivory tower, and they don't know how they feel. And no matter what, it's 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. This book, and again, pardon my language, but that's what the title is called, The Art of Not Giving an F-U-C-K, A Counterintuitive Approach to Living a Good Life by Mark Manson. Trust me when I say this, it is a phenomenal read. It actually was a New York Times bestseller, and it really helps you understand, helps you take control of your emotions so that you can really achieve the life that you want to lead. And the last book I picked, this was tough. I wanted to pick something with how do you connect, whether it's through social media, through the digital world these days, to really, whether it's brand yourself, but really make a positive stamp on society, on whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. And so I put Ask Gary V, One Entrepreneur's Take on Leadership, Social Media, and Self-Awareness. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk, who was a wine guy and he now has VaynerMedia, he's very brash, love him or hate him. This book is great because it talks a lot about, through all the different social media mediums, really how to be really aware. Self-awareness is almost looking at yourself from the outside, from a third-person perspective, at the person that you want to be, and it gives you like a blueprint, but also a double check with, okay, before you put something out there, before you do something and then back test it and then complain about why it didn't work, take a look here, and there might be a very clear answer to it. And this is all done through stories, so I really recommend it. All right, guys, that was the 10 that I recommend that anybody, whether you are just starting your own business, whether you're an employee right now, but you're looking for something greater, to make your mark, to do something special with your life, whether you're in network marketing, whether you are in multi-level marketing, anything where you're looking to wherever you are now, to where you want to be, to provide more value for not only for your family and for your friends, but for society at large. So again, the comments below, there is a description along with the Amazon link that you can click on, and that will take you right to the book and any other formats that you're interested in. Feel free to leave a comment. I hope this helped. And again, there's many other books besides these 10 that I'm sure that you could have picked, but I wanted to pick these because these were fresh in my mind. All right, guys, on behalf of Fiona and myself, see you guys later.